What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me. For those of you who don't know, my name is Samson, and in today's video we have the wide body Dodge Charger Scat Pack 392. Now, as many of you guys are probably already familiar with the Dodge Charger, this is one of the absolute best performance cars you can get for the money. Dodge has been synonymous for its Hellcats, being able to get over 700 horsepower for not a whole lot of expenditure from your wallets. However, the Scat Pack is the little brother of the Hellcat. It'll still give you a decent amount of power. We go over some of the specs on it. We're also going to go over the exterior styling, things I like about it, things I don't necessarily like about it. We're also going to get on the interior and give you guys a little bit of an inside view on what you can expect if you guys were to buy a car like this. I'm here at Rocky Mount, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. If you guys want to buy this car, I will put the information to the salesperson down here on the screen somewhere, as well as in the description. Thank you guys so much for joining, and let's get into it. Starting with the exterior styling. In the last few model years or so, Dodge has been very well known for this C-shaped LED strip. You can see in the actual headlight cluster itself, you have the Dodge script, as well as everything is blacked out. I really love the gloss black that they decided to use on the inside of the headlight. Many cars end up coming with some type of chrome. However, the murdered out look on it just looks so vicious, looks so sinister. It very well brings out the absolute demon that this car is. Coming down to the front of the bumper, you have massive vents for all the air and brake cooling that you may need. Here is the brake cooling ducts. And so there is a duct that is routed all the way to the back that allows to cool those huge rotors so that you don't have too much brake fade. A lot of people have mixed opinions on the yellow protection that's on the bottom of the car. Some people like it, some people hate it. Me personally, I can really do without it. I prefer if folks get their Chargers or Challengers. Guys, just go ahead and take this off. These were meant to be removed. You can even see in the script, you may be able to see, it says to be removed by dealer. And so guys, just go ahead and take this thing off. Coming up to the hood, you have this massive hood scoop. Now on the Hellcats, you also have heat extractors that go along the side of the hood. However, that's one way to tell the different cars apart whenever you're actually looking at one. Not only is the badging going to be different, which some people do badge up and they end up putting a Hellcat badge, and some of them actually have a V6 Charger. Shame on you guys. You guys shouldn't be doing that. Don't badge up, man. Just go ahead and save the money up to get the car that you want. However, another way to tell is the hoods, like I mentioned earlier. The Hellcat hoods are going to be different than the Scat Pack hoods. The Scat Pack hoods are going to be somewhat similar to the GT hoods. It just sort of depends on what options you get. Coming down to the wheels, guys, you are looking at absolutely massive wheels. I love how from the factory, Dodge's wheels have this concave design. It really gives it just that much more of a flair. You are looking at 20-inch rims that are 305 in the front and 305 in the back. So you get a whole lot of meat, guys, on these tires. You're looking at two-piece rotors. What it has is an aluminum hat on it, so you end up saving weight on rotational mass. The aluminum, which is right here, is lighter. And so when you save weight on rotational mass, that strengthens up the handling of the car, so the car handles a lot better. Absolutely massive pizza dish size rotors, guys, with 6-piston SRT Brembo calipers. Absolutely beautiful setup, guys. Now, me personally, I would prefer that the brake calipers be a little bit of a different color. I feel like the black is just sort of too subtle. When it comes to brake calipers, I prefer to spice it up and maybe do something like a yellow or a red or even a blue. Red would look really good on this car. It will match with the 392 badge. However, 6-piston calipers on the front, and you get all the stopping power that you could possibly need, guys. Coming up to the side, you get the 392 Hemi badge, where you're just showing off to everybody how many cubic inches of motor you have underneath that hood, guys. As with all Dodge Chargers, you do get this very sleek design in the door. Almost makes for like a fake vent, although it's a design feature. It's not an actual vent. I wish they were to actually put some type of slant or vent that extracts some of the air coming out of the wheel well right here. I feel like it would make it look extra sinister. It would make it look even more sporty, guys. Coming up to the top, taking a look at the window sticker. As you can see, when these cars originally came out, they were around $48,000, almost $49,000. However, we do have a bit of inflation in the nation nowadays. So we're looking at around 64, probably maybe able to get the haggle down to 62 if you come talk to my guys. As far as fuel economy, you're looking at 18 combined, 15 in the city, 24 on the highway. Here's a list of the equipment and options that are on this one in particular. We have a very simplistic design. Now, this car by any means is not a small car. It is very big. However, this is one of those cars that you can take the whole family in. It is a 4-door sedan, and it's probably one of the fastest sedans that you can get. It's very practical. Like I talked about earlier, guys, again, 20-inch rims, very concave design in the back. A little bit less rotor on the back, guys. And also, instead of a 2-piece design to save weight, they just went with the 1-piece design. This on the back does have 4 piston Brembo calipers, the same dimensions, 305 tires on the back. Coming around to the back of the car, guys, this rear bumper. One thing that I've loved about the design that Dodge has added is the rear vents in the bumper. Dodges of old used to just have just a regular flat design right here. However, these rear vents really just add that much more character to the car. It makes it look just that much more sporty, guys. This car does come with a spoiler. As with most of the Dodge performance cars, it's going to be very rare for you to find an SRT or a Scatpack or a Hellcat without some type of spoiler. This spoiler does just have just a little bit of a kick. Most spoilers that you get on performance cars, guys, are going to be extremely tall. This one is very sleek, just have a little bit of a kick. You also get this rear diffuser in the back. One thing I wish they had have done with this rear diffuser is either put it in carbon fiber or do some type of piano black. The rear diffuser for these cars are not ultra big. However, I do wish that they had used some type of a little bit more flashy material on the back. You do get your Scatpack badge on the back. You don't get the 392. You actually get the little boy right here. So whenever somebody sees this go by them, they know exactly what they're looking at, guys. Let's taking a look at the heart of this beast. You have a 6.4 liter, also known as 392 cubic inch V8, pushing out about 485 horsepower, 475 pound-feet of torque, guys. This one right here is stock. You will find some of these that end up having a aftermarket cold air intake right here. Absolutely massive motor, guys. Now the Chargers, they weigh just over 4,300 pounds, which is not light by any means. However, you do have enough horsepower to counteract the extra weight that you're pushing. This has made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. And guys, let's take a look at this powered by SRT engine bay one more time. Coming into the interior of this Dodge Charger Scat Pack, you do have a digital dash in the center with your standard analog gauges on the sides. However, I believe Dodge did do a real good job with the gauges and how they look. They look very sporty. If you guys notice, due to this being a Scat Pack, there is a honeycomb design that is in the center of each of the analog gauges. I do, however, wish Dodge had did something a little bit different with the center of the steering wheel. You do get the Dodge with the 2 Dodge stripes right here. However, they could have put a Scat Pack badge up here, would have made it look even more special, guys. You do get a leather wrapped steering wheel. The leather does feel absolutely amazing. It's flat bottom. The leather on the sides is a perforated leather, and so it allows for everything to not get too hot. You do get your adaptive cruise control on the steering wheel, as well as your directional buttons and your voice activation. Coming to the center, you do get a fully integrated infotainment system. You can see that the navigation is up right now. However, you do have XFM radio. You also have your climate. This does come with dual climate control, so you can be cool and have your passenger hot, or your passenger can be cool and you can heat up a little bit if you want to. This also comes with your different controls for the heated seat, your ventilated seat. You also have various apps that you can go to up here. SRT mode. You got navigation like I spoke of earlier, as well as your settings. Guys, this car does come with Apple Carplay, so you can plug up your phone if you want to. You also have the cigarette lighter port right here, as well as a little bit of storage right here in the center, guys. This does come with 2 cup holders, a center console that actually has a decent amount of space in there. This tray right here is removable, revealing 2 USB ports and 1 auxiliary port, as well as another cigarette lighter. Put this back in there. Soft touch material on the center console, guys. Now these seats, they come with the Scatpack embroidery on the back of the seat, guys. I wish they had to put $392 on the headrest. I feel like that would have added to the aesthetics on the inside. However, you do get the Scatpack. You do also get these suede metal inserts in the seats with the perforated design in them. You also get heavy bolstering on the side of the seats where your butt would be, as well as right here in the back as well, guys. Coming to the door panels, you do have these leather wrapped door panels. The design on the side of them is absolutely beautiful. Soft touch material on the armrest, as well as automatic windshields, lock buttons. You get plenty of storage in the bottom of the door as well. You get a Harman Kardon stereo sound system in this car as well, guys. This particular car does come with a sunroof, so whenever you guys are feeling a little bit cool and you want to open it up, but you don't necessarily want a whole lot of wind, you can just crack open this sunroof right here, guys. Here are your sun visors. These sun visors are extremely big as compared to the Ford Mustang that I did not too long ago. This one right here, you do end up having a very nice mirror. I wish that they used LED lights instead of these halogen lights on the mirrors. However, sun visor does also come with this extension for whenever you put it over to the side and you need just a little bit more to block out just a little bit more sun. Here are the controls for your sunroof right here, guys, as well as the controls for your dome lights. Absolutely beautiful. You also get a $392 badge on the dash right here of the passenger side, so your passenger can sit there and be amazed with all that horsepower that you're pushing. Coming to the back, guys, they do spend the same amount of attention to detail to the back. You get these, again, suede inserts on the back seats. You get a little center section that drops down. You do get these 2 cup holders. And one more time, guys, let's just look at this interior. And with that being said, guys, this is the overview of the Dodge Charger Scatpack Widebody. Make sure that you guys, if you're interested in buying this car, come down to Rocky Mount, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. These guys will get you right. Thank you guys for joining today's video. Let me know in the comments what else, other things you guys would like to see. If you're interested in the Chargers, would you like to do a Challenger review? There are plenty other options here, guys. They got so many options. I think the next car we might review might end up being that Maserati Levante right there, guys. But once again, thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and give me any more ideas you guys may like to see. Until next one, guys, thank you so much. I'm out.